Hi everyone, very good evening guys. I'm Dr. Preeti Sharma and today I'm extremely happy to announce all the details and all the updates regarding PrepLadder 6.0. I'm sure all of you have heard about it and you have your own set of questions, especially the existing users and the ones who are looking out to enroll for PrepLadder. So you would have to give me say about 10 to 12 minutes to guide you through all the features that have been introduced in version 6.0, and I could read a couple of queries in the chat prior to starting this session. So trust me, all the queries that you've written in the next 10 minutes would be settled, would be sorted, and we've got an answer to each one of them. So yes, let's begin. And I think one thing that everyone has heard about PrepLadder 6.0 is cut the noise. So many of you have been asking us what exactly is the motive behind cut the noise, and that is pertaining to whatever is happening around you. While all of you do tell us that there is a lot of distraction that is there, we decided that we should narrow it down, we should help you in that tunnel vision, and we should get you back on track. So cut the noise is to basically eliminate anything that is unnecessary or irrelevant. That means that whatever has been going on miscellaneous in your mind and from external sources, it's time to cut it out, it's time to cut out the distraction, and it's time to focus on what really matters for your preparation. And now most of the exams coming up, be it INI, NEET, FMGE, back-to-back exams are gonna come up in the next 4-5 months. So you actually need that crystal clear vision to be able to crack those exams. Yes. Now, as I said, a lot of you are writing questions. I'm not answering those questions one by one because in the next 5-7 minutes, all of these questions will be taken up. After that, if you have any other questions, we will definitely take it up post that. Okay, so what all do we have? We have continuation of things that are happening. Our video lectures obviously have to continue with a couple of changes that I'll tell you. So there are 1,000+ hours on that. Our QBank, which is the clinical and one-liner QBank, continues, but we've made changes to that. We've narrowed down some questions. We have integrated some questions. So there are 12,000+, which is a doable number. We wanted to give you a QBank which is doable, not just a number which looks a little glorified. Next, we have changed notes, which has made it more concise, and I am personally very happy to tell you about these notes because very positive changes have come into these. There are going to be summary charts and treasures, which are a student's favorite. Those continue. Of course, your mock tests are going to happen, and the favorite, the one on which our the emphasis that we have to pay, the foundation of our preparation, is previous year questions. So we have a lot of questions. We've tried to possibly put in each and every PYQ that is important for the exam. This is the outline of the app at the beginning. So you've got everything. What all do I tell you to study? Lectures, QBank, summary charts, mock tests, PYQs and notes. Everything settled there. Now let's go into detail. Many of you asking me about the launch date. So that is 15th of March. One question settled for everyone who was asking me that. So anyone wanting to, a pre-existing user wanting to switch or someone wanting to purchase, so that's the date when PrepLadder 6.0 goes live on the platform. Let's move forward. Next question, what is the faculty change? So 17 subjects remain as it is. There are two changes. We have Dr. Ankit Kumar sir, who's joining us for pharmacology, and we've got Dr. Wajid Ali sir, who's joining us for anesthesia. These are the two faculty changes that are happening in version 6.0. However, students who have been a part of version 4, version 5, you will continue to have access to your content. Your content does not go or vanish anywhere. So before that question arises, I hope there's no confusion on that. Okay, so when do their lectures go live? When does the pharmacology and the anesthesia content go live? That also goes live on 15th of March. So of course, that is going to be your date for the launch. Now this question again, many of you would have, that you've been a version 4 or a version 5 user till now. So will your content change suddenly? As I said, will it vanish? No, we are not gonna remove, or your content is not gonna vanish anywhere. You will have, listen to this because so many of you are just writing this again and again. So I just want once and for all, you should have that clarity that you will have access to your whichever current version you are in. If you want to stick to that version, continue preparing from that version, please continue to do so, because you will have access to it. But yes, if you want, till whenever your validity is, till whenever your pack is expiring, you will have your version 4 or version 5, whichever one you are at a part of. And after 15th of March, if you want to switch to version 6.0, yes, you will have an option for that as well. Okay, that is okay with everyone. Now there is no confusion. I think the most asked slides were actually these two, the faculty and whether you will have access to version 6 if you are a previous user. Yes, you will have starting 15th of March. Now I started getting questions on notes. I'm just coming to that. Just want to clarify this a little more. Students might be version 4 users or version 5 users. So if you're a version 4 user, please note this, because this is what will create confusion to you later on. So we have two dates. Our launch date for version 6.0 is 15th of March. So before 15th of March, what all can you see on the app? If you are a version 4 user, this means you will have version 4 and you will have version 5. Abhi tak till 15th of March you can have access to version 4 and 5, but after 15th of March you will have access to version 4 and version 6. This means after that you will not have access to version 5. Okay, I hope that is clear. So if you are a version 4 user, till 15th of March your options are 4 and 5. After 15th of March your options are 4 and 6. Now for students who are going to purchase it now, matlab you are not a PrepLadder subscriber. Now if you're gonna purchase it, again you will ask me that, ma'am, if I purchase it before 15th of March when version 6 is not available only, then what will I study? You will be studying from version 5 till 15th of March. But after 15th of March, you will have an option. If you like version 5, you remain on version 5. If you want to switch to version 6, you have the option of doing that. Everyone is clear with this aspect. So whichever phase you are in, whether it is version 4 or you are planning to purchase right now. So if you say, for example, purchase today, you will be seeing version 5 videos till the next month, 15th of March. And after that, it is up to you whether you want to stay on that version or you want to switch to version 6. Now comes the next question. Everyone's asking me, what about notes? When will the notes be available? So starting 16th of February, this month, you can purchase the notes, and of course the dispatch will start. You know, this is a pre-booking going on. Dispatch will start on the launch date, that is 15th of March, and dispatch is going to happen in two phases, two batches. The dispatch is going to happen. So we've divided, obviously we have 19 booklets to deliver to you, so we are going to deliver it in two batches. The first batch will be available, soft copies will be available from 15th of March, and soft copies of batch 2 will be available from 31st of March. So if you want to know what is batch 1, what is batch 2, batch 1 subjects are gonna be a total of 10. So many of your short subjects, derma, psychiatry, FMT, radio, ortho, these are coming there. Then our favorite path and micro, ENT, PSM and biochem. This is the dispatch that is going to happen for batch 1, that is going to happen on 15th of March. And by soft copy, I mean it will be available on the app, right? So this is batch 1, and on 31st of March there comes the remaining 9 subjects, which is going to be your batch 2. So that includes many of your first year subjects, anat, physio, then your big subjects, that is the mega 4, medicine, surgery, OBGY, peds, and then ophthal and anesthesia. Is that okay? So batch 1 and batch 2 settled as well, and you know the dates for batch 1 and batch 2 dispatch are 15th and 31st March. Okay, now comes the next question. We've got, I can see a few more. One question again which is not addressed here. English version, no guys. The version 6.0 also continues as version 5.0 with the English videos, but again the subtitles for all the videos have been added. So in case you have any difficulty in understanding something that has been said, that has been written as subtitles, but there are no English videos. We do understand that many of you would want English videos, and we personally did not have any problem in putting across English videos, but we also want you to understand that the mode in which the exam is conducted and the mode in which you have to give the exam is going to be an English exam. Okay, so you really need to get into that mode of preparing and attempting the questions and everything right now from the same mode. Otherwise, directly jumping on the day of the exam can become a little bit of a problem. So I understand you would want to know some concepts in Hindi as well, but for that we've got you some subtitles which will help you over there. So there is no English videos that have been added. Okay, Abhi, let me complete because all your other questions are coming up next. Okay, so now your next question for our young kids, the new lads on the block, that is MBBS students, is this gonna be prof compatible? Because everyone knows that for NEET, INI and FMGE, it's definitely compatible. So is it going to be for prof students as well? We've taken extra emphasis and effort on the fact that version 6.0 should be something that should help you in your prof exams, so that if you look at the main videos, you, even by reading or going through the main videos, you can definitely have a good base and you can give your university exams easily, at the same time prepare for NEET PG or INI-CET. So this is a balance that we've created. So a big yes to the fact that it is prof compatible. Okay, now what are the subjects whose videos are changed? Yes, coming to that, that's the next question. So I think we are working on telepathy. The questions that you're getting and what I'm coming up to is happening simultaneously. Which subjects are being changed? Not faculties, please be assured. These are just subjects that are being updated, because many of you were asking for content to be updated. Of course, updates are a part of the medical profession, so this had to happen. So you can see your Mega 4 are being updated, which is of course something which constantly updates happen over here. Then anatomy, ortho, and of course 2 faculties which have changed, that is pharmacology and anesthesia, so they obviously will be updated. So leaving these 2 aside, looking at the others, the Mega 4 and anatomy and orthopedic lectures will be changed. And when I'm saying that, for the ones who are asking me, this is gonna be, I'm talking about main videos. I'll come to rapid revision. Right now I'm talking about main videos. Now, many of you notes is something, someone is saying, ma'am, are they again bulky? No, give me 2 minutes. Q bank and notes is what I'm going to talk about. So what are the changes that we are going to do in the Q bank? Now see, you've got many a time students have a problem that video lectures and Q bank don't go hand in hand. You've read something in your video lectures, but your Q bank has a different topic, or it's something that you're unable to attempt. So the first attempt that we made was that your videos and PYQs should be curated in a manner that you can, if you've covered a particular topic, you should have simultaneous questions to attempt. Also, another thing which everyone wanted was, it's a very fancy, it's very easy for me to say that we have 30, 40, 50,000 questions. But when I think from a student's point of view, is it doable? Is it something humanly possible to attempt and complete? Well, it is not. So we decided that our framework should be such that all your PYQs and videos should be integrated. And the number now stands at 12,000 plus, which is also a huge number if you ask me, because if you properly sit down to do it with explanations and all, it's quite a significant number. Also, what remains the same, which we had recently introduced, was that clinical and one-liner. And students who have recently gone in for the FMG exam, you understood your exam was a mixture, wasn't it? Some of your exam questions were lengthy questions, clinical integrated, some of them were one-liners. Same holds true for INI-CET, same will happen in NEET as well. It's not going to be an all clinical or all one-liner paper. You have to have that exposure to a mixture of questions, and that is what has been done in the Q bank of 6.0. Very, very, with a lot of effort this has been done, because we've tried. For those who've not seen, try attempting a few questions on the Q bank today. You will see a button on the top, the same topic, the same question. How would it be framed as a clinical? How would it be framed as a one-liner? We've given you options of both. And personally, when I keep solving some questions time and again to see how the students are having the app interface and all, that is my personal favorite, when I feel that, I can get the framing and I don't have to think about what if this comes as a clinical question, how would it come? It's all there. So this definitely will ease your nerves regarding all that clinical, hype that has been created. This will help you ease your nerves. Okay, so now what else? How many of you went in for the recent exams? If you did, you realized 2 options, and that's where you're stuck. There are 4 options, and 2, I think, any average student can also easily, below average can also easily rule out 2 options. Now where you're stuck are 2 options. So if you're going forward, exam is not about selecting the correct answer. Exam has become about ruling out the incorrect answers. So that you will know only if you've practiced it. See, suddenly you will not do something new on the day of the exam. If you've practiced it beforehand in your Q bank, it will come organically to you. So that is why we've got all 4 options A, B, C, D explained. Why is it not the answer? Why is A, B and C not the answer? That comes in the explanation. So all 4 option explanations have been provided, and of course what remains as it is, your treasures, they are there in the app and at the end of the Q bank as you had expected. These are your Q bank related things. I hope that is okay. Some of you asking about LRR. Most likely INI LRR starts in March, but exact dates we will be providing. There will be INI LRR, NEET PG LRR and FMGE LRR. So for those who are asking, worried, तीनों एग्जाम्स का अलग अलग LRR होगा, ठीक है. सो we've always been there for you, we will be here for you in the future also. So don't feel that we are not going to conduct that LRR. It will happen, don't worry, ठीक है. Now this was about Q bank, and as I said, your clinical one liner PYQ, everything is settled in Q bank. Now we come to the notes. Again, notes में क्या problem था, that the content representation, some of you were not finding it, you were finding it a little bulky, or you were finding it a little lengthy to be written. So then we decided that it's time to make it concise. It's the era of everything being, getting the entire information, but getting it in the shortest manner possible. So what we've done, all that lengthy thing has been converted. It is now lots and lots of tables and flowcharts. Why? Because we know that tables and flowcharts means better visual memory. देखो exam में this happens. Sometimes you actually remember, okay, there was a tiny little kidney and lungs that I had drawn on the top left of my page. That is how visual memory actually comes back to you on the day of the exam. So if you've made tables and flowcharts, it helps in longer retention. So tables and flowcharts we've done for you. Second, sometimes you've got notes and we keep telling you that, from one grand test you got something extra, annotate kar lo. So if you have 2 column notes, you have no space. Where should I put in that extra point? Then you stick those yellow pages and all of that. So now we've converted it from 2 column into a single column. Single column notes means we've given you side space. On the side, we've given you some space so that whatever extra point, extra note, and if I would have been in your place, I would have written all my bullet points, like उस page पे जो भी 10-12 bullet points हैं, I would have written it on that side, which means that in my last days of revision, I am only reading those bullet points. So that side space is your personal space, is your me time, me space wala space, where you are writing your extra points, your bullet points, things that you forget. So it's entirely your space and it's up to you how you want to utilize it. So for those who were complaining about the notes being a little bulky, I think somewhere it has been sorted and it has been made more user friendly. That's not it. What else are the changes? We have some tags that we have started in the notes. So in the starting of every chapter, you have must know, good to know and nice to know. And right now you'll feel, never mind, I'll read everything. But students who've been in that last 1 month of their journey know how important this tagging is, where you want to prioritize that I want to read the most important topics first, then the lesser important topics. So at the start of every chapter, we've made a segregation. Every topic has been tagged, whether it is of prime importance or whether it is less important. Inside every chapter, PYQs have been tagged. So when you're reading your notes, like if you get a point, for example, you're reading apoptosis, okay, annexin 5 in apoptosis has been asked many a time. So there's a PYQ tag that has been put over there. So again, you have been running around a lot for searching PYQs. That search finally settles over here. You don't have to do it separately. It's happening alongside. जैसे जैसे पढ़ रहे हो, you know what are the PYQs that you're settling. Okay, coming to the next. Integration boxes. It's the era of integration. We cannot have any subject in isolation. So let me give you an example. Say for example, schizophrenia is something that you're gonna study in, say, medicine also and psychiatry also, or Alzheimer's disease. Definitely. Alzheimer's you will study in psychiatry also, in medicine also, in path also. So wherever integration is required, that tag has been put. So if you're reading the psychiatry notes of say Alzheimer's disease, over there a note has been mentioned that this topic needs to be referred from one medicine to pathology. So that integration and main points of what needs to be learned, that is also mentioned. So these tiny integration boxes have been added. Okay, that's not it. Last point that has been there. Important information boxes were there in the version 5 notes as well, those tiny little bullet points. I feel now they are there in version 6 as well, but I think now with that extra space on the side, you guys are going to make your own important information boxes, and personally, and in the notes, that space, that tiny little space for personal annotations is my favorite, because I believe from that big page how I can consolidate it into 10 points. That is the play, that is the use of that extra space that has been given. But yeah, important information boxes still remain. Okay, finally, a lot was being said, and students, I think the team has done this effort, and they have saved me from a lot of effort, because many students were asking me also that, ma'am, for micro and volatile subjects, can you share some one-liners or some end moment, 100, 200 bullet points which we can read. And before I could make, this is my personal thank you to the PrepLadder team that they have done this, because at the end of every subject, there are going to be important one-liners, or you can call it as your chanting lines, which means that last one day, what will you read in pathology? It's gonna be those one-liners. Last one day, what do you read in biochemistry or a pharmacology? That one-liner space, because you don't have more time than that. So when you have to accommodate 19 subjects in like 1 day or 2 days, these are going to be your last moment revision things that you are going to settle. So I hope all of you are satisfied. This is just an explanation. We will be giving you a visual journey also of the notes once they are fully ready. We will put out a visual representation. We will be able to see, you will be able to see every change that has happened in the notes prior to you ordering them. So in case you still have doubts, we will be putting it out. But I believe that with so much of in-depth, you will be able to get an idea that, okay, whatever was missing as per you in the previous notes, it has been made up for over here. Okay, so yes, version 6.0 notes, as I've told you, 15th of March, first batch soft copies will be dispatched. For those who've joined in late, I think this question has been settled earlier. This is going to be done in 2 batches. So batch 1 will be available on the app from 15th of March, and batch 2 will be released on the app from 31st of March. And I've told you batch 1 and batch 2 subjects. Batch 1 will have 10 subjects, batch 2 will have 9 subjects. Now, 2 things which students are asking. English, I think I've already told you there are no English lectures. Second, I think they've been asking for TND. There is no live TND, but again, you've got your Q bank which has been updated. So no, there is no live TND that is going on. LRRs will go on as and when the exam proceeds, but not TND. So these 2 things are not there. Changes in main videos, I've already told you, these are the changes that have happened in the main videos. The videos for these subjects have been updated. Your Mega 4 final year subjects, anatomy and orthopedics, these have been updated, whereas pharmacology and anesthesia will be changed altogether because of new faculties coming in. Last question which we have, reaching the end, what about rapid revision? So all of this that I have told you is of course the first rollover that we've had for the main videos. About rapid revision content, we all know, and students who've been PrepLadder users prior, that March, April is the time for main videos, and then May becomes the time around for rapid revision videos. But yes, I can understand that 2 faculties are changing. So for pharmacology and for anesthesia, the rapid revision videos will be provided in March itself, so that you don't have to wait. For other subjects, the rapid revision videos are already there. If there are any minor changes required, they will happen as and when the time proceeds. But for these 2 subjects, be rest assured that your rapid revision will be updated in the month of March itself. Okay? Now, what are the other queries that you have? We are in for that. Okay, integrated book nahi hai. Someone's asking me that. There's no integrated book. There is no extra 20th book if you're expecting that. No, there are 19 subjects, 19 textbooks that you will be getting for main videos and main notes. And integration boxes within those notes have been provided, not separately. Okay. Regarding those who are requesting for a batch on PrepLadder, Dr. Shivani, I will take that as a take-home message and I will forward it to the team. And I'm sure if it is feasible, the team will, you can also write it. The team will look into it. But yeah, I will. It's not entirely in my hand, but I will put it across as a very good feedback from your end, and I will get back to you and let you know whatever is the final decision on that. Good choice to continue version 4, Dr. Rohit. If you are very close to your exam, then my personal advice would be do not change the version here. But if you have a considerable time, then of course it's always better for any exam to read the updated content. This I can understand that you might not be able to read all the main videos all over again. So what you can do, you can stick to your main videos for version 4, and for updates you can possibly refer to version 6 rapid revision. That ways you will have access to all the updated content also. But yes, if you have an exam coming up, say if you're approaching May INI-CET, you might not have that much of time to change your source altogether, then you can probably catch up on the updates from the LRRs. Okay, right, so 7.0, we'll talk about it next year. We will not talk about 7.0 right now. If you've opted Dr. Anmol for NEET PG on the app, will LRR work for FMG preparation? See, there are separate LRRs for separate exams. My advice is stick to the separate set of LRRs. If you're close to the exam, for practice, you're most welcome to attend any on YouTube. But better is that when you're approaching an exam, it's better that puts you in that schedule. Like if you know you have an LRR for INI-CET, you know how to cover up your 19 subjects along with that YouTube schedule, right? Yes, Dr. Preeti Sardana, that grand test wala jo feedback hai, this many students other than you also had given to me, I have already forwarded it to the team and it will be worked upon. They will be jumbled up questions, not subject wise questions. Okay, so okay, so yes, other feedbacks, I am definitely, version 5 is going to change. Dr. Siddharth, I've already mentioned that if you are already an existing user, you will have the option to change to version 6. So be rest assured till whenever your pack is available, of course. June FMG students, no, I will not talk about anything about the June exam today, because for the June strategy, we are going to meet on 12th of February, that is Monday, and we are going to meet at 11:30 a.m. I will be giving you an entire 19 subject strategy and timetable. I don't want to mix it up with this over here. So just after 2 days, I'm going to meet all of you and we will make a full proper timetable. Okay? So for those who were asking me about it, I'm going to meet you shortly again on Monday. Okay, so Dr. Darshan, thank you for that appreciation. It genuinely means a lot. RR notes, no, there are no new RR notes, Dr. Sankalp, as of now. As I said, RR is a process. It will be updated. Abhi March 15th, it is going to be two things updated. First is going to be the updated content of all these main 6 previous subjects and these 2 subjects for which the faculties have changed. So this is the update out here. So there are RR, okay, pizza offer still available? No. Right, so yeah, I'm just scanning through your questions, but I can understand with so many queries, I must have missed out on a few. If you have any other queries, you can always put it in the comments below and either myself or someone from the team will address your queries. Be rest assured on that. RR enough for June 24 FMG. Abhi we are not talking about anything. Abhi mix mat karo. June 24 FMG, I have to talk to you in a lot of detail. I've got a timetable, day wise, subject wise, grand test, Q bank. Itna kuch hai that I have to sit and plan with all of you. I cannot do it in this time. I need half an hour, which I'm gonna take on Monday. So that is a separate issue. We will keep it for Monday. Okay. Do join in and yeah. White background, no, the background, Dr. Rahul, still remains black. In fact, the previous videos which were on white would probably now come out on black as well. So the background is not changing. That's not the change that is there for 6.0. Okay, so June FMG, I'm sorry, I'm skipping those doubts because we're going to have a separate detailed, much detailed session. Abhi jaldi mein discuss nahi karenge. We will discuss it properly on Monday, okay? Okay, notes are of course, Dr. Nadim, notes are going to be paid. That would be there. There's a description in the description below in the live chat. There is a link that has been provided. You can click on it. You might just get extra additional discounts also, and all your pricings and all the details regarding the costings and subscriptions that you have would be there in the link. Okay. Right. So I think students who are joining in now, you just need to go rewind, just look at this, see this session once more. All your doubts have been there, settled. The date, notes, QBank, updates, everything has been put in over here. Dr. Shivani, Micropath were the latest sessions because I joined only PrepLadder in version 5. So it took time to record those videos. So they are, be rest assured, the latest version that you have. If there are minor changes, I will definitely let you know. If anything in the content changes in terms of, some new event happens, I will definitely add that and I will inform all of you as well. Okay, all LRRs will happen. NEET, FMG, INI-CET. Koi LRR cancel nahi hoga. No one is going to run away. You will have your LRR as and when your exam comes. Not right now. As and when first INI, then FMG, then NEET. In order the exams are there. In order the LRR will happen. Okay? Subtitles, Dr. Meenu, I will look into it. If there is any, for the main videos, I will take that. So there are 4-5 feedback points that I have noted down right now, and I am going to address it to the team and we will make sure that it is corrected. GT being one of the most important feedbacks that I will be definitely putting it across. Okay, so yes, microbio or all lectures, Dr. Madhusudan, all the lectures are in sync with your prof exams. That is why I said that the pack is prof friendly. It is any year that you're studying in. Your video, main video, not RR, not rapid revision, you cannot use only for, for your prof exams. So for your main videos, they are well in sync with the curriculum that is being followed for your university exams. Okay, all the changes otherwise, guys, all questions coming now, I believe, are all repeat. So just go back a little and I think you'll get all your questions sorted. If you do not find your question out there, please do write it in the comments and all of us will get back to you. And yeah, that's about it. So hoping to see all of you very soon in PrepLadder 6.0. And for FMG students who are writing in, I will be meeting you on Monday with your strategy session. See you soon.